Hello! Good morning, everybody. Game, don't be like that. Thank you. Imagine! That's a low light. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Blair. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Daddy. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Matt. Hello there, my bird watchers. The cat showed up immediately and is very confused by my horns. What is it, Arwen? They're just horns. It's not scary. Well, unless. Good morning. I hope you're enjoying the Witcher through again, Matt. Again. Good morning, Wakubi. Good morning, Scar. Good morning, Lutza. Wow. It's okay. I don't have feelings. It's fine. Hi, friend. Good morning to you as well. It always sounds so weird when I have earbuds in instead of my headset, but like I literally can't wear it because horns. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Yokos. Good morning, Auntie. Hello. Am I the only one that did not get a notification? Notifications are terrible. For Twitch especially. Well, you're getting a cat candy, Arwen, but she's sitting on Nick's lap now, so later. When she comes back. When she comes back.
Much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing. Miss Sylvia, welcome back. Happy anniversary. 3 years. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome in. A special good morning. Oh, well, you do get a cat candy now because you're loose again. It's like they sniffed it. Candy? Yeah. Oh, what is that? That's a candy. That's a candy. That's a 3-year birthday candy. Courtesy of, Matt. Yeah, no, that's the only one. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm imagining. Listen, every Monday, Litza, every Monday, you know this. You should know this, unless you don't listen to me, which is fine. Hi, Wall. Good morning. Good morning, Epic. Hello there. You're already on part 20. Did I do BC Batron part 20 yet? I don't know. How does the read a story reward work? Well, you redeem it, and then I go away and I grab the books that you can choose a story from, and then I tell the story, but I'm only doing one a stream because of my voice. Anyway, maybe you're wondering why I haven't logged in yet. It's because I decided to enter the Rising Stones, like, oh, I'll stand in front of the quest so that we can immediately start it. But when I enter the Rising Stones, a cutscene immediately plays, so that's why I had to wait. You get a cutscene immediately. What can I say? Unless I ruined it by, like, Alt F4. I didn't. Hi, Ines. Good morning.
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
Actually, I spend the weekend with friends, Lutz. Seen the part where you have right. The Waterlords and I. Nice, Skull. I hope it was good.
Thanks to our involved selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald.
She's telling us in a very dire tone. Welcome back, Arnor! Give me the resub. I like how I'm pretty sure isn't there supposed to be a voiceover even for subs? I swear it is. And it's like I can't pronounce that. Hi, Garner. Good morning. How's everyone today? I had a very good weekend. It is actually. I went. Me and Nick went to some friends on a farm far away from everybody else. Don't worry, we were following regulations. And we hadn't seen them for like a year. So it was very nice to find them. I'm asexual. But yeah, I had a away from the PC weekend, basically, and it was very relaxing. We even had sushi by the end of it, so it was fully, you know. And I think I needed that because even though like my legs are fully covered in bug bites, absolutely everywhere. Like I have 3 bug bites in a row, and then another one just under that, and then another several near my ankles. Like I mean, it was a farm, so it makes sense, but covered in bug bites, fully and wholly. Still worth it. Still worth it.
Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophroi stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation,
today is my birthday.
I move that
It
we
is.
petition
A
the
century
aid
of floundering and
Charlian.
failures.
It's your birthday! Wait. Okay, I'll wait until the alert is gone because I have to.
1, 2, 3, 4! Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Happy birthday and all your dreams come true. We wish it was our birthday so we could
It's your birthday!
Happy birthday! I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I'm sure you will already. Thank you so much as well, by the way. Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna go anywhere, Scar? Are you taking the kids places and going far? My legs have been a bug feast too. Karnak, anytime we go outside at this point, we have no legs left. A constellation of bug bites. Danny, but it is though. It actually is. It's really bad. It's really bad. Wholesome, yes.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Charlian's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
For some reason, I always had in the back of my mind that Charlia was, like, destroyed. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe it's just, like, it's just the parts that we saw that got destroyed. Like, it used to be Charlian, but then it got destroyed. Like, for me, again, in the back of my mind, there was no more Charlians left. And we had, like, the remnants with us, basically. But I don't know why I thought that, because clearly that's not the case. Fair enough, I guess. You're very welcome. No plans, just took the day off. Work to hide under my blanket of denial. Yes. The whole day. Maybe take tomorrow off too, just in case. You never know.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Charlian's most shameful act since the Exodus.
Oh, they just left. Maybe that's what I was confused with. But yeah, so we don't actually like the Charlians? They're not very nice people, are they? I always kind of felt like they were similar to the Allegan Empire in terms of like how haughty they
But were
are.
the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Don't underestimate jerks.
I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary.
Oh, have fun with
And
that.
have since received their blessing.
You're gonna hate it. Charlian had an abandoned colony in Eorzea that you see in Heaven's Word. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm confused about, honestly. Because that's like around where you have Alexander's raid, like around there. There's like a bunch of Charlian stuff there. The main country is on a different continent. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. They can keep it.
presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
Doubt?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige.
Maybe
My
that's
only
what I
prayer
was
will be
thinking
enough.
of. The Isle of Val. Illushire was
If
their
there
city
are
before.
no
Well, it's ours
objections,
now.
I shall
They can't have it
depart
back.
for Charlian at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay.
Me!
After hearing what transpired in the first,
Oh,
I began to question the true nature of Heidelin's blessing.
that's fair.
A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't bring this up earlier, but I'm glad they did it all, because, like, in the first, everyone just suddenly gets blessed. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a problem, I feel. Like maybe Heidelin is kind of playing us as well. This is very much it needs to be balanced. It can't be both. Heidelin also isn't fully a good idea if it's just Heidelin. Yeah, especially given that an entire world was just engulfed in light, right?
We were wondering, when was the last time Heidelin spoke to you directly?
She has been remarkably quiet. I guess that was with the whole Rhine storyline? Because Minfilia is basically like speaking for Heidelin now, right? So I guess during the Rain storyline. At the end of the Dragon Song War, that day in the Crystarium. I guess that's when. Hi, Velico. What's up, buddy?
When Elidibus sought to make warriors of light, that was the voice which calls constantly to all who might hear it. I spoke of direct communication.
Well, not
when
really.
Hydaelyn communed solely with you. A far rarer occurrence.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Maybe she's dead. What if she's
Might
just
not the
dead?
explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Don't trust my judgment. I don't know what I'm doing.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I'm able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known. To
Yeah,
anyone.
exactly, Skull. Like, isn't it kind of just like tempering what she was doing? Although, like, I have free will still. I can still say no. As far as I know, I could still decline. Which I think if you're tempered, you can't really do that. You're just like a thrall. But it's definitely very similar.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen.
Oh, sorry,
That was
Reen.
not the will of Hydaelyn.
Wow,
It was
Badoo.
Minfilia herself.
Yeah, but like, okay, but wasn't Minfilia just speaking for Hydaelyn? Wasn't she like
Indeed.
chosen?
And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
Fair.
Could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
Well, I started commenting in side quests and she just
Then again,
backed away
who
slowly.
am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
In JRPGs, they are one and the same, Fred. Look at me, I'm Hydaelyn now. He doesn't look happy about it.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all time.
I'm also upset.
Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number.
She's gonna be like, hey, do you want to be a Scion? How much free will does your character really have? Almost no quests have any meaningful choices. I can choose not to do them. Isn't that right, Arwen? Isn't that right? Yes. Hi, Fussel. Morning, buddy.
And so I must ask you again. Will you join us?
She actually does ask him? Like, straight up as a Scion? Or just like as an ally? He looks over to his husband like,
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are
and again and
idealised
again and
thought,
again.
But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear.
And they're like, yeah, but is it a yes or a no? Smiley face.
But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go.
It's not for that. Thank you very much. The snack run, Jella.
If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Well, the first time you did refuse because you ran away from Cryle. Which you should. She's scary. He's like, I'm so proud of my husband. Highlander!
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And my tie. He's so pleased.
And now I may bid you farewell, safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world.
Yeah, might as well say yes. Like, Kryle's not gonna leave you alone. I like Kryle. She's cute.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Charlian, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics.
Because they suck.
A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very
Are there parents there? Because aren't Alphino and Alize from Charlia? So do they still have parents? I actually don't know. Are they orphans? Sad frowny face. They are. Just go to the parents and be like, if you don't help me, I swear we'll punch your kids. all the scions? Even Thancred? Because he seems so un-Charlian in comparison. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, we're playing Blue's Clues. Oh, okay. He's like, all these weapons suck. I want none of them. He's really had a bit of a try of it, haven't he? Oh, buddy. That's pretty much the same sword you had before. I hope you know that. Very similar.
Well, does this one meet with your approval?
He's gonna say no. That's clearly a no.
Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
He's always upset, period. Wait, why would he be upset about that?
To remind me of so costly a failure.
Oh, at least they are upset about what I fixed, which is nice. Thancred isn't a native Charlian, he's a Limson street rat who got taken in by a Charlian scholar. Ah! That makes sense, actually. Because he doesn't seem like... Are all Charlians... Are the majority of Charlians not... a human? Oh god, what's the human race again? I actually forget. But like, most of the ones I see are Elezen or Lalafell. Like... There's very few humans that I've seen. I see blonde boy, I want to display violence. Xenos is always mad. Period. I was wondering if there's a DPS class that don't rely heavily on positionals. Not a fan of Archer and very much don't feel fluid. There are actually plenty of them. Pretty much every single caster, as far as I know, and I do mostly know, it has no positionals. It's very much a melee thing. So if you're ranged, there's no real positionals. Pretty much everything else in melee, like Monk does have positionals, Dragoon has positionals. Yeah, Ninja does too. Yeah, I think it's only Samurai? I think it's only Samurai that has no positionals. Wait, maybe they do. I somehow feel like Samurai has positionals. I don't know why I think about that. Yeah, Black Mage does definitely get more fluid at higher levels, but even then, Scal, I find Black Mage more clunky feeling than most other classes, purely because movement is so stringent. Yeah, Samurai does have positionals. Like, I'm pretty sure they do. I think it's every melee class. Like, it's just a melee class thing to have positionals, unfortunately. They are lesser, I want to say, in Samurai, but yeah. I also feel like out of all of the melee classes, for me personally, Samurai is easiest to play. Maybe secondary to ninjas, but that's mostly because I like the ninjutsu. So take from that what you will. Shola, Urianger, Graha, and the twins definitely are. Minbrida was, and Minfilia was not. Minfilia was not, no, because Minfilia was adopted, right? Wasn't there like a final, the previous Final Fantasy XIV, like the first one that got scrapped and redone? Didn't they have like a little cutscene where Minfilia's mother or dad or something gets killed in Ul'dah, and Thancred is there, and he's like, oh no. Or am I completely confused about something else now? Then the core Charlian population is Elysian. Not sure on that though, but they have a habit of poaching people with potential. Wow, okay. Wow, Charlia. Are you okay? Dragoon is minimal positionals, but they do rely on them at 80. Yeah, no, exactly. Dragoon, I like playing Dragoon, but Dragoon, I don't know. Somehow it also feels a little bit clunky. Not as much as Monk though. I definitely don't like playing Monk. I like more reactive gameplay without a strict rotation. A mobility, try Dancer or Red Mage. Oh, my two main DPS classes, you I definitely agree. I like those a lot. If you're looking for a class that is mobile, then Black Mage is not the one. No. Unless you like to make healers adjust, which we do not do that. Hi, Cole! Hi, buddy! Let me real quick. And if you don't like Twitch, he also has a YouTube, and he's putting out like a bloody flood of content on his YouTube. So if you're like, oh my god, I really like listening to his voice, which you should, he has a very nice voice, and you can go to his YouTube and you can check that out. And there's like endless Cole content there. Dragon Age and things like that. Can recommend. Taking the floor is an important job, unless... Ophelia ran her own organization pre-AR called Path the 12. Oh, she had a whole other side. I mean, like, way like at like the start, I guess. Before she grew up. She was like a little girl, I think. I fell into Red Mage immediately for that reason, right? I like Red Mage still. I always listen to his voice when I go to bed. And they merged with Circle of Knowing, who were Charlians to form the Scions. Oh, that's how she joined. And I guess that's how Thancred joined, technically. Machinist has a rather defined rotation too. Machinist does have procs though, does have, you know, it's a little bit... I like Machinist, but like, it don't have latency problems if you're playing Machinist. If you have latency problems and you're playing Machinist, you're gonna have a bad time. Same with Ninja, actually. In a few months, everyone will be Reaper main anyway. I'm gonna play Reaper, but I'm gonna play the healer first. I'm gonna max that up first. You're welcome. Or I should just level all my tanks first, because everyone's gonna be healer and DPS. How about that? Tap, tap, tap. Look at his pretty blue eyes.
Affect our plans, I trust.
Don't know.
Oh,
did they change
hardly
that?
at all.
Interesting. Never mind.
Admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance.
So then stop taking Mericidian dragons. He's a very mean man.
Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
Why is he so pleased about it every time?
Speaking of preparations, is it safe?
Oh god, did I just... Yep,
The
I clicked.
hour draws nigh.
I clicked very quickly.
This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
He doesn't even care. He literally just cares about finding his bestie again. It's alright. I got you.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use.
Look at all the nice weapons. At least, like, I don't know, decent them or something.
Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
Okay, well, these are all, like, you know, kind of not current content. So maybe that's why he's mad.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
I would like to swing you like a rope.
Well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
He hadn't even stopped in front of the weapon yet, my boy. No, they didn't need the dragons, but I need the dragons. Dragons look neat. Swing me, my lord! Oh, you're just not gonna show me. Okay, just don't show me. It's fine. I can wait. I can't wait. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Pancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do, but when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, than you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future, but for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in. And gladly, mind you, it's the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb, like poor Arenvald. I wish there was something we could do for him. We'll just have to settle for saying the old prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know, and I will know now, sir. Let me, real quick, let me check how many positionals you really have, like, so this one has a rear bonus. This one has a flank bonus. So 2 of them, I guess. Here. Yeah, it's not that bad, honestly. I still think Samurai is probably your best bet. If you're gonna pick anything, you can also look very nice as a Samurai. I like Samurai in terms of how they look. You know. I love dancers. It's one of my favorite classes. Who hates dancers? Excuse me? People who want the top personal DPS charts don't like it? Yeah, well, I will dance for their joy. It's fine. Hi, Krillian. Should probably start making dinner. Am I your cooking bell? You're welcome. The only positionals in the SAM increase your Kenki game by a little bit? Let me see what it actually does. Let's see. Reduces blah blah blah. No, that's not it. Yeah, increases Kenki gauge and increases Kenki gauge. But like, you still want the Kenki gauge. So like, just foregoing 10 Kenki gauge in a full rotation set would be bad. In ESA, I have difficulties remembering what the 6 extant classes play like. This game has like 24. But it has... There's gonna be another healer and there's gonna be another DPS, but nothing else. Like, and a bunch of them were just added because of expansions, like Dark Knight expansion, Gunbreaker's expansion, Astrologian was expansion. Dragoon wasn't. Samurai was. Samurai was an expansion. Machinist, Dancer, Vet Mage, Blue Mage as well. Like, a lot of it is just over time. So, yeah, no, you don't have to do everything at once either. I feel like a lot of people who get into Final Fantasy XIV right now, especially when they're very much new players, they feel like they have to do everything really quickly to get to the end game. And I think that's probably the worst way to approach Final Fantasy XIV. Bard goes red. Even a race of exploration. Welcome back. We do you like my bow? I won't take it out because I'll mute myself again. Actually. Haha. I looked at it this time. I like Bard weapons a lot. We can get ACT to do it, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't really use damage meters either way. I feel very much inclined to say, play whatever you want. Play something fun. Oh, you don't do that with your weapon out? Rip. Alice, I can tell you're itching to take the fight to the Telophoroi. Am I? I'm itching for sure. That's the bug bites, though. You know. Ah, Shota. You're looking well. Take it you managed to squeeze in some rest? Yes, I rested my eyes. Well in front of you, just now. If you came hoping for tidings from Kryl, I'm afraid we're still waiting. But we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says? Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hori Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Ulda's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened negotiations with the Exile, believe it or not. I'm already maxed on reputation with them, so I can believe it, actually. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telophoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. And then we talk about... well, they're not going to tell us. Hi, Kale! Good morning. What's up? Are we all gathered again? When did that happen? They fired up while I was playing Dancer to see how well I was doing. Like, if the boss dies, we did great. Even when we were doing, like, savage stuff, we didn't really do damage meters. I think we had FF logs at one point, though. Begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. Ah, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments, and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telophoroi. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribes have also been invited. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against their common foe. So the Alliance would bring all of the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented, and it will be a great target for, like, a bomb or something. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at you like you know it. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we will be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Yet again, let's our hangout at this point. That's what I think, but sometimes you want to check that I'm doing things right at least. Nah. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and your Shtola lead our contingent. Given how long you've worked to end summoning, it is only right you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I love historic moments. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Shota? Definitely me. Pretty much, Skal. Like, I'm gonna sit on that throne, whether they like it or not. But also, like... without the Scions, would we have all fallen apart already? Because I think so. All present may rightly claim a seat. I do quite agree, but by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. What a surprise! Estinian doesn't want to attend a social function? What? No. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. How's your husband doing? Very well then. While those with the mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we? Without the Scions, guys would have conquered Eorzea back in 2.0, exactly. Beshtola. Is that your wife? Have you claimed her? Understandable. Bye, Estinian. Bye, Urianjay, the two grumpy Elizon. The maddest of boys. Let's see. It's a good thing that only I seem to be doing any flying, or it'd be crashing in the air constantly. We've been expecting you. While some guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? I don't even get to say yes or no. I could have been like, actually, ooh, that sounds terrible. Let's not go. Ooh. Awkward. Why are we sad? Are they arguing? Oh my god, are you guys okay? You're like, oh, thankfully there's the protagonist or something. Oh no, that's not the protagonist at all. LA. See, I know these people because I have max reputation with them. I feel like that should mean something. Why doesn't that mean something? They all know me.
Guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
They're my Beast Tribe buddies.
Brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would.
I know, they're all just done. Maybe they hate chairs. They despise chairs. They don't have a sitting animation.
Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are. With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
Don't be so reasonable, Stola.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
I don't know, I've killed a lot of your Gaunts, to be honest, and the Empire, a
That our
bunch.
foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
He was just listing all of my classes. I believe in you all. It's the power of friendship, so we can't lose, really.
I beg your pardon?
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do you not express your passion thus? A little Chrissy will outdo, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We, Sahagin, will play our part.
I wonder if the voice actor put something in their mouth to get this, like, this effect, I'm gonna say.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
He's just very happy to be here. Oh, I have friends. Gotta hiss about it. He's like the only guy I don't know, because I was like friends with the other Ixel.
Mock of the Ixel the Paragon does. Turns kin into puppets. Pits brother against brother. Free them from his grasp.
Yes,
we shall.
Tariq. Unless it would have put in some sort of reverb echo. That's not the same. One of those giant candy balls, probably? Yeah, the jawbreakers. Yes, oh, I remember those. You can do it yourself quite easily. I communicate like this with my sis regularly. It's your passion, friend. That's why, right?
As
The
Patriarch
passion.
Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
We accept free stuff! To be fair, like, Ixio was never... Or Frixio? She was never mean. They just accidentally
It's taken a
summoned. It
while,
wasn't even them.
I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it?
We still
Oh,
have a long way
Pelico.
to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right
I
direction.
think maybe that the fish people weren't invited because they don't have a primal, do they? Do they have a primal? I don't think they've ever summoned a primal. Do they? They're little market people. They don't care about primals.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all
Little
agree,
catfish people. I forget.
freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern.
No, not the Kojin. Kojin have one. They have a primal. I don't know why they're not here. Guess I don't care about them. Namazu. There you go. Yeah, Namazu. Yeah, the Kojin should be here.
But experience has taught us that none
They have
save
Susano.
those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them. That which we call a primal.
I love Namazu! What?
Needless to
They're
say,
adorable!
if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
My webcam being weird again. It is. I swear it is. Maybe it's too much trouble to engage with them underwater.
Both
I can
prayer
swim.
and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends.
It's gonna be underground or something.
Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
Unless, like, they sap people from ether, couldn't they just do that?
Promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
I can literally breathe underwater forever. They never ask me anything. Okay, that's a lie. This once.
Would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
Should bloody hope so.
I see we are all in accord. But what
Who
are we
made
to
this
call
man the
this
leader?
proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Well, at least they're not gonna let me type it. Dear Lord, I'm not that creative. The Grand Company of Eorzea? I would call it one moment, please. Listen, I don't know. Grand Company of Eorzea sounds really boring.
Might I suggest the Grand Company of Eorzea?
Please don't.
I remember a certain someone pondering it once upon a time, and it seems as fitting a name as any.
Why? It's such a boring name. I want to call it One Moment, please.
A fine choice.
Is
For there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Well...
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
Well...
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Mm-hmm.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
That is so boring. But go off, I guess. And he's like, oh, I came up with that. What have I done? Oh, he's all happy about it. Okay, fine. You can have it. You can have it.
How long have we dreamed of this moment?
I haven't.
And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Yes, I would like to have a word about this name. I don't even have a free company. I'm literally free. Go on, buddy. Give me your justification for this nonsense. Well, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. The name sucks. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet, even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, or the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost. Inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there's hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more! Oh, hello. I thought we said we were out of earshot. Elder Seedseer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphinaud's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I knew we were going to have to deal with the Sylphs at some point as well, because it was the only one we hadn't dealt with yet. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the sylphs of the Ashcrown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so. It is our hope that we may make use of the sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet, there remains certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the same goal in mind, no less. Everyone's like, Thancred speaks? The Crystal Braves. Yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception, one intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you. She's like, oh god, he's a little bit much. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowships shall emerge from the shadow of the Telophoroi and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Nay. Things like this why I nicknamed Alphino. Alphinoing? Aw, but he is wholesome and I like him. I do like him. Imagine someone made the Grand Company of Eorzea back 6 years ago, and now Square steals their idea. Oh. Rip. Imagine if grand companies become useful in the expansion. Okay, calm down. Let's not go that far yet. Let's not go that far. That's literally all I do is just... Well, I'm buying, like, stuff for, the artifacts now, or the relics, so... Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Won't you join me in seeking them out? I can't think of an excuse not to, so yes! Well, I shall be grateful for your help, grudging or not. I'm sorry, I'm grumpy. My character's grumpy now, because the name sucks. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning. Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's event. Accent? What the heck? Why did I say that? I'm the best unlimited source of coke. Okay, yeah, but you're expensive. You're expensive! I want at least a chance at getting the unused... Yeah, I know! They're right there, and still. And yet. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Okay, bye! Oh, I mean, let's go! Graha, my little buddy. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I propose is largely written. Not long after the fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that I might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely why, after the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? Well, some of them were terrible people, so there you go. I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together? And that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested? Putting words in my mouth, but yeah. That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. That rhymes! Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept faith. None of them. A fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you, and let us reconvene in Gridania later on, if you're not murdered. Okay, where are we going? If you have no objections, I do. I have a mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let's seek them out there. Which is where? Where are we going? Ah. Teleportations. That's the one thing that I just love so much about Final Fantasy is you can just teleport everywhere. You don't have to feel bad. Hello, good friend Riol. Oh, I remember him. Wait, but he already had a different team before this one. Maybe that's why he stuck around. Like, this is his second team. Was he sad? I don't know.
Well, look who it is! And what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with a big meeting, would it?
In a matter of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. Well, it's not free, it costs a few dimes, but it's not expensive or anything, like, it's extremely minimal.
So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh?
Ain't an easy thing to put things into words, that. Yes? As I once explained to Shota, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away. But when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but repay you?
Nothing, that's what. As for my own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions has something in common with me old crew.
That's what I said!
The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. As time's gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Ori Boulder to Mr. Sataru, we've all of us got something to offer.
I'm sorry, his throat got stuck. It was him, not me.
And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things worth protecting, which is what a Scion being's all about.
He got something stuck in his throat again. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me. Shota, could I what? Could I what? Oh, give him a question? You don't do that yourself? Okay. Because Square hates us. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Jeff Goldblum showed us in 1986 what happens when you aren't careful teleporting. Well, I'm not a fly yet, which is nice, so. There's an in-story why there's no Aetheryte here. I don't care, I want one anyway. I want one anyway. It's pretty much exactly like ESO, so I guess this is just an MMO thing. No, it definitely isn't. A lot of MMOs unfortunately don't have it. Yeah, Warcraft is definitely one of the big ones. Like, I feel like some of the MMOs I've played before, they will have, instead of teleports, they'll have like carts that will just quickly move you there, but it's not quite a teleport. Like, there's modes of transportation everywhere, but teleportation isn't as frequent. Definitely not in as many places either. Like, on this one map, there's 2 teleportation points, for example. And WoW does not respect your time, for sure. And actually, Final Fantasy XIV very much does respect your time, friend. Like, I could say that with certainty. They're not like, oh, well, we're gonna give you the biggest gate in the world to this content because we want to keep you playing. Like, the, one of the lead creators literally said, I want people to take a break. I want people to go and stop playing Final Fantasy for a while and go do something else. Go play a different game, go outside, whatever else. Because he was asked, like, you know, isn't it a bad thing that the endgame content is extremely accessible, basically? And usually it gets cleared within the same day of release. And it's like, yeah, no, that's totally fine. It's supposed to be like that. We don't want you to sit here and play this game for years and then grind more gear to get that thing. And like, there's also just a limit to the gear you get. Like, you know how in World of Warcraft... Actually, I don't know. Fran, have you played World of Warcraft? Because I'm actually not sure. I retract my statement. I mean, like, Final Fantasy is my favorite MMO for a reason. You haven't. Okay, so in World of Warcraft, there's this system in gear. And I don't know if they're currently changing that. People have said that they were, but... you'll get an item, and it has, like, let's say, for example, eye level 100. And it's a nice item, and it doesn't have anything special on it. But if you're lucky, you can get that same item, but it'll be 110 eye level instead. It'll be completely random. Like, there's nothing you can do to make that happen. It just happens. They got rid of that. I retract everything I said in that case, because like I said, I didn't know what they did. Do they still have that in that case? Because now I'm curious. Anyway, that's what they used to have, which is like around the time I quit because of that system, because I didn't want that. I want to have a limit. In Final Fantasy XIV, it is very easy to get a full set of gear, but it is like the best gear, and then you're like, I'm done. I feel accomplished. Guild Wars 2 is a very casual game, no need to farm gear at max level, etc. I think that's, like, at the time, that's probably also why I quit Guild Wars, because I got everything so quickly, but yeah. They removed it and replaced it with other nonsense. Unfortunate. Was the system for, like, last 3 expansions? They started it in Mists of Pandaria, even, so it's longer. Because I know they introduced it as Thunderforged? They call it Thunderforged? Yeah. Because they started in the Throne of Thunder. And I hated it! I hated it! There's, however, a system with Mythic Plus gear that they repurposed from Pandaria that does the same. Never mind, I re-emerge my statement, I guess? Anyway, give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves. Didn't they just do that? Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Seems like a much better question. I tracked my statements. A tractor beam it back into view.
Well, it's finding ideals is something to be proud of. Ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swap we sign up with good intentions, there was an eye on who was only getting it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band. And I will never forgive Ilbert the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them, not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. Why? Because Tataru's sifting out all the glory hunters before they make it through the door.
Tataru is... Honestly, she does more for us than we know. She makes our clothes, she makes our food, she murders bandits, presumably. Valor points to raise item level for Mythic Plus gear. We use that in Pandaria for gear. Yeah, but in Pandaria, it was very much like a... It was simple to max out, I want to say. I think you had... At some point, they had, like... You could upgrade it 4 times, and then eventually it was 2 times instead. Like, I didn't mind. Pandaria was still very manageable, but it was very much systems-wise, I felt the beginning of the end for me, personally. It's actually Tataru who kills all the primals. We're just the faces of Scions. Yeah, she comes in, brings a frying pan, whacks them over the head and leaves. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations, until we meet again. Like, this is something I could have told you, to be fair. I could have told you this. No one would believe a potato anyway. You know, Nick plays a potato. Sometimes, when he plays. Well, I think we have taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Where they're like, well, we hated Alphino specifically, so we left the Scions. Ah, so sad. We have to include the B team to remember they exist. I'm just there to show off my hat. That's what I'm here for. Nothing else. Lance's Guild. Thus, Nick is a heretic. Do you hear that, Nick? You're a heretic for playing a potato.
No.
I'm getting art made of his potato. And also of me, my character. I'm very happy with it. Or I will be anyway. I don't remember a lot of overbearing systems back then. Exactly. But like, that's what I mean, Landar. It was the beginning of the end. Like, I was very happy in Miss. Miss is actually probably very close to or my favorite expansion. I like daily quests. And there was a limit to them, which really, really helps, actually. I liked the story, I liked the characters, I liked the raids. Like, I liked everything about Pandaria, basically. And then near the end, they were starting to introduce the Titan first, and then I think Warforged. There were shot-touched weapons and things like that. Like, it got progressively, they added more things that were just time sinks, which is fine, but you know, there's a limit. There's a limit. Nick should go for Bunny Man. I tried to make him go Bunny Girl, but that didn't last. It's actually a nice thing. Of course, it's a resource to farm, but still better than to farm plus 15 dungeon over and over to finally get an item, when you can also upgrade it from lower eye level when you got it earlier. No, exactly. Only stupid thing was that they didn't let you upgrade items you received before the patch. Yeah, but like, I could deal with that. Like, it was a new system. I understood. It wasn't like that. It is a good hat. Look at this. Look at this beautiful hat. Okay, come on, come on. Don't let them bully you. He has a very cute Lala. Pandaria was wonderful. Yeah, it was. It gets so much undeserved flack as well. Rating-wise, Warlords of Draenor was awesome too. I think for Warlords of Draenor, the only thing I enjoyed was the rating. Although, fun fact, because there was such a weird content drought around Foundry, and then eventually, you know, everything else, we had so much break time, I started playing Final Fantasy. Like, Warlords of Draenor is when I started playing Final Fantasy. Because I just had nothing to do in World of Warcraft anymore. Which was totally fine, by the way. I was completely fine with that. But I just thought it was fun. Mist was the last good expansion before we all went with borrowed power. I just don't like where they went with artifacts, honestly. Was indeed the most fun time to just play, ignoring everything else about the expansion? Yeah, you know, do whatever you want. Bunny men can look prettier than bunny girls. Bunny men are beautiful. The selfie patch. Oh my god. I liked it anyway. I thought the selfies were cool. It just sucked. You had to get, like, I think you had to get the camera from the board. Then you had, like, the quest board. Didn't want to have a whole rating tier scrapped. I'm not sure about that. People say that they had, but and they definitely could have, because I feel like they, the devs might have noticed that people were not keen on Warlords. But you know what I really am kind of disappointed with, or was disappointed with in WoD, is that they didn't really actually do much with the Warlords. You know what I mean? Like, you had this whole lineup of Warlords, and then you first, yeah, I think it was Kargath Bladehand you had first. And he was a boss, but he was the first boss. He wasn't even the big boss of the dungeon. And then you didn't have, like, a bunch of these warlords were parts of just quest lines. And they were not difficult to beat at all. And then, yeah, obviously Blackhand was a big deal. But it was so disappointing to see that there wasn't just, like, this big warlord raid. Because that's kind of what I expected, maybe what everyone expected, like that it was going to be about them. They were going to be the big bad. But it was not. To this day, I think Foundry is still my second favorite raid after Icecrown. It was very enjoyable. It had a lot of really, really cool concepts. Thing is, that's the only reason why I played the game, raiding. Yeah, no, but same. Like, and then they had this jungle place, I forget the name, that came out, and that one just got bothersome. Like, they kept expanding that. By extension, Warlords became the best expansion. mean, it opened my eyes. I don't remember when I dipped into Final Fantasy XIV, but I did escape WoW in the WoD pre-patch. I quit years ago at this point, and I haven't really felt like going back, but also, like, the thing is, I'd been playing World of Warcraft for over 10 years at that point, so I think at that point it's okay to say, maybe I'm just, you know, maybe I'm just over it, maybe I'm just burned out on it, that's fine too. Doesn't make the game bad, necessarily. What had buttloads of content that just, it cut the snip to get Legion out faster, yeah. But I didn't love Legion either. What supposedly had a lot of stuff scrapped? Yeah, Farallon. Yeah, I heard about that one, for sure. Garrisons were such a disappointment. They could have gone so far. They could have given us actual player housing, and this is what we got. Gotta heed the warlords and make room for demons again. I don't mind demons, I just didn't want it to be the focus. Right there. Grommash was wasted, for sure, Puzzle. They had the landmass for Farallon and scrapped the entire thing pretty late, and then they had to think of something to wrap up the warlords real quick, yeah, and it was just not... It was upsetting. What are your thoughts on the rumor that Bliss is in chaos because Final Fantasy is going to catch up? No. I think, no. People say that too easily, I think. And I think... I understand why there's this Final Fantasy XIV versus World of Warcraft feeling, where it's like, oh, one has to be the winner, but I don't think Final Fantasy XIV and World of Warcraft are inherently very similar MMOs in terms of what they're trying to achieve. You know, like, Final Fantasy is definitely more casual. It focuses very heavily on story, on your character as the main hero, on community events, on, you know, it has small patches that include more story, more side quests, more interesting things like that. Whereas I definitely think World of Warcraft is very much a raiding game. And I made this comparison before because I used to have, on my channel, I used to have the World of Warcraft versus Final Fantasy XIV videos. And the Final Fantasy community got very angry at me because I said I thought World of Warcraft raids were harder to clear than Final Fantasy XIV raids. And I stand by that. But I don't know why people think they need to be hard to be good. Because that was never the point. I wasn't like, aha, World of Warcraft raids are way better because they are super hard. Like, that's not the point. It's just a difference in playstyle. What do you want out of the game? Do you want to have a more casual experience? Do you want to just have, like, a raid that you, with some time investment, can clear? Or do you want to have the cutting-edge nonsense that is in World of Warcraft, which requires a great deal of very extreme time investment and, you know, getting every ounce out of your class if you want to be a world first kind of raider. I just don't think Final Fantasy XIV is about that. In fact, I'm fairly certain that it's not. So to make the comparison like, oh, Final Fantasy XIV is better or World of Warcraft is better, I don't think that's the case. I think they are very happy coexisting. And pitting one another against each other is silly. Oh, hello there, Septic. Oh, I laughed at your joke. At least Kargath was the final boss in the Shattered Hall. At least, yeah, at least there was something there. It's okay, Badu, he's a bit of a troll. Final Fantasy XIV, friend dragged me away from this to play Legion. I didn't hate it, but yeah, World of Warcraft isn't for me anymore, but that doesn't mean it's not for anyone. That's right, a community got mad at me. That's very bad. I never expected that. Felt like there was nothing to do in Shadowlands. If I didn't plan on raiding, couldn't even level a second character because the Covenant Grind was such a... Yeah, that's what I mean, Velico. And I think whenever World of Warcraft players at this moment come into Final Fantasy XIV, oops, sorry, I feel like a lot of them very much go for endgame. I said this on Twitter as well, but the story skip was like 9th on the most bought item on the Mog store, and I can tell you 100%. You know what? I'm not even going to be like, oh, maybe. No, I'm telling you now, 100%. That is because there is a huge influx of World of Warcraft players that want to get to the end game, because I think that that is where the fun stuff starts. And it's a shame, because that's basically what World of Warcraft conditioned everyone to play like. You get to the end game, and then you raid, and you grind, and whatever else. But that's just not the type of game Final Fantasy XIV is. Final Fantasy XIV wants to tell you a story. And I feel like I feel like when people do this, when they do buy the skip immediately without ever having even set foot in the story, I think maybe they're gonna ruin it for themselves, and, you know, it's unfortunate. And I hope that once they realize, perhaps, that they're missing a lot of the story, maybe they'll feel like, oh, well, actually I really like this story of, like, the latest expansion. I'll go back and see the rest of the story with, like, I don't know, a new job, something that they're leveling. Final Fantasy XIV World Race First Racers in shambles upon hearing it. No, they know. Because I followed the Final Fantasy XIV World First Raid every so often as well, and it's always the first day, but basically, that they're done. It's very rare that it isn't. And I've done Savage Raiding on launches as well, and it just, you know, even when you're not really super serious about it, you can clear a good amount of it, so... Who's this cool demon lady, and where's Jinzi? Rar. It's actually Aura. These are Aura points and Aura scales. I really like Aura. I don't know about raid difficulty, to be honest. Ultimates are harder than the hardest mythic raids in WoW. See, I haven't done Ultimates, so I can't comment on that. Like, I would give you my opinion on that, but I can't. I have done, again, hardcore raiding in World of Warcraft. And, you know, that's been years ago at this point as well. So even then, I couldn't really give you a comparison. And I don't think anybody can, unless you are actively raiding both Ultimates in Final Fantasy XIV right now, and you're actively raiding at the cutting edge of World of Warcraft. You can't say one is harder than the others, which at the time of me making that video, I was. And Ultimates actually didn't even exist yet then, so there's that. But yeah, it's difficult to judge at that point. And I think, Ultimates do give gear, don't they? They get gear? I swear they do. I enjoyed Legion, but the winds were blowing in directions I didn't like, and BFA proved that to me. I tried to come back. Battle for Azeroth, was it, I think? I leveled to max, and then I opened the map, and I saw the world quest, and I closed the game, and I never came back. I never came back. I didn't want to. WoW players running more than just WoW. I mean, it's a subset of people, it always is. In every game, there are some. Like, Final Fantasy XIV also has players that are just, you know, trolls or just outwardly strangely mean for no reason. But the thing about Final Fantasy is that whenever I've reported them, Square does take action. And I feel like in World of Warcraft, it's very often the case that nothing gets done about it, really. It's like, oh, somebody is griefing you or harassing you or, you know, spam whispering you. Whatever, you know, ignore it. Part of the game, you guys! Whereas in Final Fantasy XIV, they're very much like, no, it isn't. It's not part of the game. You should stop that. And then they get like a timeout or a ban or whatever. So, and I really like that. It makes me feel more like the devs want us to have fun. At least with NG Plus existing in Final Fantasy XIV, skipping story is no longer the end of the world. Yeah, and I really hope that they're gonna feel like they want to step into it after playing in the game. Maybe like take a step in game before you get deconned? Before you get deconned. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. That one guy who made a big fuss did ruin it for himself by skipping and not paying attention to the game. Was there somebody who skipped and then said the game sucked? Wait, hold on. I saw this one guy who was like doing a raid and he was standing in obvious fire and then he was like, where were the heals or something? When there was such an obvious telegraph that he was about to take massive one-shot damage, like he stood in like 2 fireballs or something. Was it that guy? That guy? Oh god, I laughed when I saw that. I mean, listen, if that's what you... that's how you play, then, you know, I can't save you. I'm playing SimCity right now to be the best, not for fun! I like SimCity. I haven't played it in a while, actually. The moment you say verbal abuse is part of the game, get over it, is the moment you're doing something wrong. Exactly. No, I agree completely. Stand and fire, DPS higher! Well, not if you get one shot, though. Because it was genuinely a one-shot. Full on. Someone was harassing my friend and got a 3-month ban, so I can confirm that Final Fantasy XIV GMs don't mess around. Yeah! No, they really do. And we reported some people as well. Like, this one time, we were in the main scenario, and we had a bunch of people who were just... They obviously queued together, and they were just making, like, sex jokes constantly. Like, none of us consented to being around those jokes. None of us. They were not funny jokes. They were just, yeah, it was wildly uncomfortable. Like, Nick was queuing with me and we were just like, what the hell? And then, like, the two other people that were there with us were just like, what the hell? And we reported that, and, like, Nick got an actual DM asking, like, a few more details about it. So, like, it feels good to, you know, feel heard, I want to say. Quinn's 69, but he did clear the raids, or so he claims on Twitter, and ended up deciding the game wasn't for him. Okay, but I don't believe him at that point. Like, if he streams some of it, but not the great things that he claims to have done, he doesn't even record it, I'm gonna have to cast some doubt. Like, I really appreciate how Asmongold has gone about it. Like, you can tell how much Asmon really wants to give the game a very genuine chance. You know, he's going through it, all the stories, reading all the stories, going in, like, unsynced, and he's streaming that. And he's, like, he seems like he's having fun, so, you know, I like that. This is what non-Witcher viewers feel like while any Witcher rants are going on. Oh, Rain, I'm sorry. You should play Final Fantasy XIV, though. Did you know that there's a free trial of the Heavensward? I'm just saying. The one where they just skipped the number, I think that's the most recent one. I tried to play, the last SimCity I played was the one where I started with always online. And then I just left. Final Fantasy XIV is pretty good about grabbing toxic people at the root they are. Aswan is all in, yeah, he's having a good time, which is nice. Right, fellow harassers! Aswan has said multiple times now, even off stream, that he loves Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, like it's really nice, like, especially because a lot of people, I feel like only knew Asmon from, like, well before, like, because Asmon has been around for years on the internet, obviously, and initially I didn't like him at all. Like, I'd watched some of his streams, and I watched some of his videos, and I was like, oh god, he's so angry all the time. But then, as a few years went on, every so often I would see a video of him again, and he got so much more mellow. And, like, I really appreciated listening to him on not even just Warcraft things, because I was very much a World of Warcraft player at the time. But eventually he had the, I think it's the Zach Roar channel that he had, where he just sometimes talks about stuff. Not even game related, but just, like, life or whatever is on his mind. And I don't know, I very much appreciated hearing his thoughts on just things. And then I just started liking him. Like, yes, he has a persona sometimes, but I think when he genuinely gives criticism on things, it doesn't come from, like, a place of toxicity ever. And I feel like a lot of people kind of set their opinion of him in stone at one point and just decided that that was going to be it, and they were never going to change their minds, which I don't think is fair. So yeah, I enjoyed seeing his growth over the years, and I really appreciated that. And I'm glad he's enjoying Final Fantasy XIV, but yeah, I started enjoying his content even before that, so it's just, you know, doubled the fun for me in that case. He spent 5 hours farming Odin to get a full set of glamour. Odin has really good glamour, so get it. That's the one I'm playing, but they did patch it to be offline now. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I might try it again. Love the Aura look. Well, thank you very much. I'm getting, at some point, I'm getting an outfit in the mail that is supposed to be my Aura glamour. One day, I think. The newest SimCity. Simtown. Oh. Is the cam doing fuckery? Yeah, no, it is. And I don't know why. I don't know why the cam is doing fuckery. I have no idea. I really don't know why. I tried to fix it before, I have no idea. Hi, Kasumi! Good afternoon, friend! How are you doing? Murdered anybody recently? And if not, shall we? He's nice, but I agree and relate with a lot of things he says. Yeah, exactly. He's so much more chill when he streams on his other Twitch channel. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, a lot of the time you see a persona that people kind of just cling on to. I wasn't a fan of Asmon because whenever something of his popped up on YouTube, or whenever it had McConnell screaming in the background, so I stabbed my ears. But that's what I mean. You gotta find the content of him that you enjoy. A few people's cams are on the fritz that I follow. It's a Logitech thing. It's to do with the software, I think.
Oh no. This cosplay gives Jinzi a certain aura. Yes. Potato mash eclair. You know what? Same, honestly. But to be fair, as long as there's no chocolate on that, I would eat that. Deep fry it, I would eat that. Why not? Oh, thank you very much, Kazumi. I appreciate that. My voice is like absolutely dying from the amount of reading I've done already this stream. Well, thank you very much, May. Thanks to Tataru's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so. But we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Oh. Anger makes for good clickbait. Yeah, the highlights are, but like that's the thing. It's the highlights, right? And that's what people see most of the time because people click it more. Not there. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you in on. Well, I'm best friends with them. Maybe I should go. Like, alone. Because they know me. I wonder if they'll have, like, different dialogue when you come in there with, like, a max reputation. I would like to see it, please. Oh, yo, I got a new mount. I gotta show you. I got it recently. Look at this boy. Look at this whole boy. Look at me sitting on this whole boy's paw. I have returned to monkey. Oh, monkey. The world's best friends with everyone. Yeah, well, they should like me anyway. I'm a hovering monkey. He looks mad about it, but it doesn't matter. Gracefully yeets himself through the air. See what Jin. Move myself over here. Hello, friends. Ah, welcome, Brave One, friends of Brave One. Well, it's okay, you don't know me. Oh, I guess we went through a little bit of questing here either way, right? I need that gorilla. I don't know if it's tradable. I feel, if you want the gorilla, you have to go and do the foundation in Ishgard. It's pretty easy, honestly. Like, it takes a little bit of grinding, but you can also level your crafters and your gatherers there, so, you know. It's been a while since we last spoke. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? Should this one? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones once delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Aww. There's like a few things that you couldn't trade, but I think it might have just been the Pegasus mount cling, because you can find the Pegasus there as well. But yes. I definitely don't have any like spare scripts right now. I'm still gathering the last few bits that I don't have yet. But once I have everything gathered, I'll see if I can like get a few gorillas for my friends. Yeah, it's just the Pegasus, that's what I thought. Point one Kane Senna said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphland and abducted many of these ones. So these ones will be glad to hear messages between fighting friendly ones. You would? That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telophoroi. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. The advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh my god, my voice is going. I got the Pegasus from one of the tombstones. One of the mock stones. I'm pretty sure I had a Pegasus at one point. Still trying to level up my crafters. I'm pretty sure if you're 60, you're just fine leveling up through the foundation. And there's like, what you definitely want to do, they have fetes. And you get like 100 scripts per fate, basically. Like it's a chain of like 5 or so.
It's probably the best source of scripts. So definitely do those if they're up. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one, and in quite a hurry it seems. A little bit. Maybe a little bit. Hello? Alize, you must come quickly! Of course everything went wrong again. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me! You couldn't read my handwriting? What? No! A Twin Adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out! Charlian has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment! Oh, we should tell him they suck. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait. It isn't who I think it is. It's gonna be Mom and Dad! Huh? It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told it was Fauchenot Levelieux. Is that your dad? I actually don't know if that's a female presenting name or a male presenting name, so it could still be either way. It is Dad. It's Dad. Okay. Dad! You can sail Restoration from level 20 all the way to 80. Yeah, and it goes fast. Very fast. Like, if you want, you can just go, like, you're saying it gets more expensive, but, like, marginally. Because you can get most things from gathering yourself, if you want to go and get gathering yourself. I can gather for you as well. I can help. I'm still just trying to get into the same level so they can use the same clothing set. Yeah, I can see why. You see him in Endwalker trailer? No, I've not watched any Endwalker stuff yet because I didn't want to accidentally spoil the main story quest here. So I'm gonna watch all that when I'm done. When I'm done doing that. Your father will hear of this. Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough, but him? Quite. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. Do we like him? Is he nice? Don't answer that. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members, unless he volunteered for it? It has been quite some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? My father caring about me? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Oh, never mind. Is he a loving father? I hope so. Surely an imported daddy issues have arrived. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Okay, so both are still alive. That's good to know. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath though I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept her apologies, along with my report. But... never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones for more urgent matters. Go! I know that's it. For some reason, I always kind of just assumed that Alphino and Alize's parents were dead. I don't know why I would assume that. It's just kind of like... in a JRPG, I just assume everyone's parents are dead. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Not a Disney princess. I'm sorry. Mother might be dead and father is the one sending letters while pretending the mother is so... Yo. That's very dark, Skull. That's very dark. Plenty of dead parents to go around in Final Fantasy XIV. Exactly! Which is why I was like, you know, I'm sure yours are dead. I'm glad they're not! Yay! I think that is the Conjurer's Guild. So am I doing this off the top of my head? Yes. It's easy to assume when I think the only mention of their parents in the story was that Dad wasn't approving of Granddad coming to Eorzea. Yeah, right? Especially because I apparently initially thought that, Charlia didn't exist anymore, so what, you know, what do I know? Until there's physical proof, if you don't see a body, Skull, I can foresee nothing bad happening to the parents in Endwalker. Velico, no! No! Shh. My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Which one of you is the dad? Is the dad not here yet? Word of Master Fauchenot's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kryl permission to request Charlian aid, we did not anticipate so promptly a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum.
What the nature of the reply may be, we shall soon discover. Ooh. This is a good band for spoiling in retrospect. I played myself. I bet you did. Is that the dad? Hello, Dad. Fusion. Oh. Hi, Luffy. What's up, buddy? Have you know, yeah, you've already played this. I know for sure. Definitely. How you doing, buddy? Oh, hello. Oh, he's handsome.
Elder Seeds here. I thank you for granting me this audience.
He has a handsome voice. I swear, like, I know that voice.
I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
Who is he? I swear I know his voice.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
I don't know, everyone seems to be smiling right now. Oh no, he's hot. Anthony Howell? I've definitely heard him before.
It has been too long, Father.
Yes.
You look well.
And recently, but now I can't put my finger on it. Exhausted all the time from getting a kitchen in a new place, and plan to move to said new place. Ah, kitchen streams, cooking streams. Let's go.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourself.
Ameliance is a mom, then?
How is Mother?
Ah, yes. Ameliance.
She
That's
misses
a nice
you
name.
terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
Smiley face.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in
Even though he disagreed. Oh yeah, every voice actor that I recognize, they do all the voice acting, because like gaming has 5 voice actors that they use for everything. Like it will be more possible if I start streaming again compared to my current place. Yeah, tiny kitchen. Edward Pierce in Call of Cthulhu. That's how I know him. It's him. It's Vampire Guy. Oh my god! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You sound way better here.
To him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement.
I got so excited I dropped my horns. I did. But like, listen. Let me just... This is the Vampire Man. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. He's gonna start a very meaningless romance with Kanai-sana and then leave.
Have been moved to hear you say so.
Sorry.
I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
Yes, Fussel, let's go. No, Fortunel. Yes, Fussel. No, Fortunel. They're like, he's unchanging.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
Honestly, here it fits because he's this dry, monotone jerk.
It is more than that. It is our way of life. Who we are.
I know, Kling. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen to Sharlayan. Nothing.
But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the
Welcome
Garlean
to the bonfire,
Empire.
Unkindled One. I am a firekeeper. I tend to the flame, and tend to thee.
It's such a nice little, her voice is I love it. Welcome back, Naku. Thank you for the resub. You're a bonfire keeper now, whether you like it or not. How are you doing? Until he starts asking me to suck your blood. Yeah, well, he'll do that monotonely still as well. Nothing bad will ever happen. Not once. Not one time! The character's backstory isn't tragic, their future will be, especially in a JRPG. If you ignore all the threats, everything turns out fine. Just go sit under the sea. My current kitchen doesn't even have a countertop to give you an idea. Really?
It's 2 little electrical stoves and a sink. To be fair, like, we do all of our cutting on, like, the table. We don't really have room to cut on any kitchen things. We just put a table down. Chilling while doing some work. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Nothing bad will happen, especially with the parents. The mom. The mom. Yo, the mom is gonna die because of this, and then he's gonna be like, ah, maybe we should do something.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this
Bet.
decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days.
Oh,
Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald. One in which Charlian will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us...
Okay, so, real quick. So, these boys, they pride themselves on, like, writing down history, following history. And you're telling me that these kids, these little dudes, they don't know what's been going on? Cause like, I'm kind of feeling like maybe they were like, just like, resting my eyes, see nothing for like a little while, because I don't think they've been paying attention. I don't think they know what's going on at all. I think, like, if the final days were truly upon us, we would know. And it's like, except for that time when we were sleeping through most of the things that happened to our protagonist. The petty squabble between dudes actually wanting to end the world and everyone else that doesn't. That's so petty. Petty. Oh god. And he's like,
Father,
do you have
must
eyes?
ask the Forum to reconsider.
Because they're dumb.
You may feel safe on your little island across the waves. But if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all. Themselves included.
Yeah, on your little island. Tell him, Alphino. Tell him. Tell him.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye.
And you know, because like they were actual eyewitnesses to all of this. We have dismissed this game. It didn't happen. Didn't happen. If I close my eyes, there's no final days, but
If Eorzea falls, so too will Charlian. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
Alize, stab your dad. Stab your dad. And then drag him to Telophoroi Tower and be like, pep, 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 pep. Open your eyes. Pep, 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 pep. That's Bahamut. Okay, now you can go home. Is this Shadowbringer patch content? It is. Oh no! Then I'm spoiling for you! I'm spoiling for you! Run! Garlemald is pure, okay? At least to be fair, now we know why our Alphino had to stick up his arse. He changed though. He changed. What are the final days? Asleep. Asleep. Oh, Lurkus, I'm only on Heaven's Word? Oh, definitely do not spoil for yourself. It's such a good story. And enjoy, Naku, enjoy. Oh, kids.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders.
Stab him.
It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Charlotte.
Let you?
I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline.
I consoled myself by thinking that maybe, as you traveled the planet, a stick would lodge itself upon your arse, as it has for me. See, I was wrong. Here, you can have my stick for the time being.
But I see now that
Stab him
Eorzea
anyway.
has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure?
You know, the stick! I'm old, that's why I'm right. Yeah, I mean, the solution is stab dad, friend. It is, always is. Ironically, he didn't listen to his own dad. Exactly, exactly. Maybe you become as jaded as I am. In the whole log. Exactly.
For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war.
He disagreed with me, which means he was wrong.
Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice?
Well, the fact that the world didn't end Is he for real? Did they literally, I sleep through the whole thing? He's like, listen, I don't know that it's worth it. I know that you, saved the world, literally saved the world. But I don't see why. Is he secretly an Asian? Is he secretly in cahoots with the crazy Dancy Boy? Because he seems pretty intent on letting the world end. Personally. Didn't end yet. Well, if this guy has anything to say about it, it's like, tomorrow at 12. Man thinks saving the world ain't worth, or he doesn't know. I swear he doesn't know. I swear none of them actually know what's going on. They just pretend.
It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy.
Which they did.
By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
Can somebody please just grab his face? Just grab his face like this and just go, just shake him. Just shake him. I need it. I hope he gets shook somewhere. Better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. It is in your power to save us, refuse and you condemn us all. No, I'm gonna do the first one because I want to be rude to him. I'm gonna be rude to him. Shake the dad! Bring your sticks. Hello, I'm better than you? Honestly, categorically?
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better.
Yeah, because he can beat me up. I can still talk down to you, but your friend can beat me up, so I'm not gonna talk to him.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert
yes.
the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
Yeah, we've worked so hard to never have to talk to anybody ever. Which, like, fair enough, I can see where you're coming from, but not in this case. Final Fantasy XIV Dad Shakers. And we'll grab a stick too, and we'll just like, with the stick. I'll fight him and take his children as mine own. They're adopted now, by us. By the collective community of Final Fantasy XIV.
Alphino, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
Excuse me? You can take Majima. You are now Majima's. In my world, you're Majima's. What? Speaking of adoption, I got Father!
You choose to live your lives is no longer my concern.
You're a bit of a...
If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Is this like the Sharlayan version of I put you into this world and I can take you out of it? Or...
Master Fourcheneau, while Sharlayan may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Sharlayan's hopes for the morrow?
They don't have hopes for the morrow. They sleep.
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
And he has not been shaken, and I'm just disappointed. Did you just create a new Majima clan? They are definitely living with us. Right here, right now.
Father,
I can't
wait!
believe nobody shook him.
Alizé.
He sucks. He's right.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
I'm sorry. Alizé, have you observed the stick lodged upon his ass? I don't think he's beyond saving. I'm sorry. He really is. What will be their new dad, and Yashala will be the new mom. We're gonna live happily ever after, and it's gonna be great. It's okay. Do you want to hug, Alizé? You are my daughter now, after all. The Crown Company subsidiary. Exactly. The mad dog will fix it. I'm impressed Alizé even gives a damn. I know! I would expect her to just want to stab him, because I do. So that's what he came here to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telophoroi, and as for the rest, like it or not, this was the Forum's decision, to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. I would have to go and stab. What about the mom? Does the mom not have a say in this? To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fourcheneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telophoroi without their aid.
Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel as they are wont to do? Because they're dicks. Whatever you do, don't disown the kids. Sweating intensely. Good night, guys. Sleep well. Shota, has Master Foshinal arrived yet?
God, unfortunately, yes he has.
And then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. You should have set the place on fire. I pleaded our case to as many forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly the issue. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject, without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Foshinal's performance. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. What if they were genuinely believe that they know how the world will end and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telophoroi as they claim. Well, if they're not, they have one hell of a poker face. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Hydaelyn and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. We should set fire to Charlian. Just set it on fire. Just set it on fire. Then someone would want to talk, all of a sudden. Something like, fire, fire! So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the end is nigh is what I was gonna say, and it's like, ooh, Freudian slip? When the time is right, not when the end is nigh, of course. I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife edge, but with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. You know, murder. Skull Kiryu, I should. It's pretty, just evict the old people and take the city. Alright, we'll stab everyone. How about that? 2 responses, stab or fire. Well, we can do both. We can do a little bit of fire. Stab it with a fire sword. We got some. Grandfather bore a name far more greatly than you have, that we should follow his ideals grants us more holding over our name than you. That doesn't, honestly, as long as Granddad didn't rise from the grave and say, nah, you can't have it, it doesn't count. End is also nigh, I know. Hi, Colstar. As usual, I won't hear the stream today. Are you sure? I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Oh! Hold on. It's gonna be... There we go. We don't entertain stupid questions in this house. Anyway, Google's free, have fun. I've always wanted to visit Charlian, have I? There are 1 or 2 things to take care of here first, then a lot of. Honestly, Lofi, whenever anybody comes in and just asks, why does it exist? Like, 100%, it's somebody who's like, it shouldn't exist. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I guess, yeah, I've always wanted to visit, have I? And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? I'll consider it. Your speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible that Charlians hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart, and so, for the present, we must need confront the plight in which we find ourselves. We'll just get the Phantom Thieves in here. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telophoroi. He's sad. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Charlian intend to do if we fall? Nothing, presumably. Again? It's always nothing. I'm gonna have a lemon muffin for that. You can hear the banhammer help build a better community. I ban very quickly. I really do.
I just, you know, I Square Enix it. You play nice or you sort of. I'm getting the shush. Perfect. Somebody shush Regis, because I know it's somewhere. Alright. Charlie, I'm going to space. If we'll just leave, it's fine. Except, well, you already know I don't think that's gonna work either. While Charlian's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance so that we can all talk about how much they suck. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions... Grave tidings, walking ones. Oh, that's... sorry. Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings. Sorry. It's gonna be... Ramu? No? Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see Feathered Ones sent terrible news. Destroying ones have appeared in Zelvathol. Destroying ones and captured ones and even frightfully godly ones. Feathered Ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. Oh, it's gonna be Garuda, never mind. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late. But luckily destroying ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West, that would be Kurthus. So they're going to bother Emmerich? My lady, the Ishgardians report that the Telophoroi have emerged from the eastern highlands of Kurthus and are marching at speed. Although their purpose is yet to be determined, the Cartano Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. I mean, they mean me, mostly. I'm pretty sure. It was the prime of my medical career so far. Oh no, Litza. Oh no. Was it a stick? Gotta ask. Well, mayhap it is mercy that we do not have the time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cartano. Always back to Cartano, it always is. Object 3? Litza, what? Did you... I would be very inclined to ask for the story. I know that's unprofessional, but I would be very curious nonetheless. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying ones were said to be led by Cackling Robed One. This one must see all that all waking ones know. Farewell. Sorry, walking, but it's close enough. And admire the tenacity. With much determination. And we're like, 3 or bust? Fandaniel? Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship ready to bear you to Cartano. Pray see to your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. Wow, Fussel. You first. But I'm just wondering how that gets that far. I am actually intrigued. I am intrigued. Is that a challenge? Go on. Go on. I don't need pictures. Okay, I am gonna have a break real quick. Because I need water and I need something for my throat as well. Playtime with girlfriend. The first one went in, so they tried to hook the handle with a second one. With the second one's handle, and it went in too. The third one was even bigger to get that out, but it went in as well. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is his butt a black hole? How? How? No, I definitely need a break. What the hell? I'll be right back. Hello. Right. I'm sorry, I'm sucking on a throat candy because, ow. I hope they talk for me. People are wild, and just why? Yeah, why is like the biggest question we're having right now. For sure. Nicole, are you reading this whole conversation? You shouldn't. Avert your eyes. Shota, it would seem Fordola here has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. You should listen to her before she gets angry. Good, good, good. Your virgin eyes. Where are we going? Who's dead? Yeah. Somebody tell cool stuff. Oh, hi, buddy.
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Oh, buddy. He's very quiet. I know, Fordola would have punched him straight up.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Oh, buddy.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
I don't think that's gonna change, buddy. Hi, Marcus. What's up with you?
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
I know, Russ said, because he was like quiet. It's like, is he just not gonna be able to talk anymore? He's gonna be so sad.
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
Exactly, Russ said. He'll have stories.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others.
Why is he looking at me?
We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
Can I pet him on the head? I think this one's so nice. We carry the dreams of many. We'll carry yours too. That one's nice. I like that one.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
I'm so sorry, but I forgot who those were.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold.
I think the ideal of I want the world to not blow up is a pretty good one. I think we can all get behind, don't worry.
Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far.
Okay, except for Dad, but we don't talk about Stickman.
The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out.
And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend.
No.
Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, alright?
He's thinking. You could tell.
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
No. He can adopt him too. They have so many options when it comes to getting adopted.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that?
You know, she's got a point.
You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains?
Excellent scene in that case, Mo. Excellent scene for you. I don't think Arlenvold needs getting it. No. Arlenvold is gonna adopt Alphino and Alizé. Or at least Alphino, come on.
Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
See? She would have said something to Dad. She would have. Well, hello there,
There's
Jessips.
not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
It's going very well, thank you. How are you?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
Well, they have magical ramps, Mo. I kind of understand better how medical people can be so calm, especially after all the crazy stuff. Like, this is just a normal Tuesday afternoon.
And
Or
I
for,
reckon
let's say,
you might
24
be
hours straight.
right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
I really wish she'd pet him on the head there. I'm sorry. That would have been cool. Where are we going, lads? You can tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alphino's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Tancred and the others have already left for the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Almalja and Kobold forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamigo, and we must do the same, by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. We should. Okay. Okay, so this is a long one. I see. Is this like the last one in the set right now? Question mark? It's got The Witcher 3 on Switch. Oh, enjoy. Winds howling. He's pointing at things, and Estinian is angrily looking. Oh, because he saw us, of course. Of course.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlian, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design.
Even Urianger is like, really?
And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't.
So all of them.
Less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
He's no longer doubting? Everyone's confused, including us. And my carbuncle pet.
But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
You would know, you're dating him.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle?
No, he's not, Flamer!
I'll do what I can to cure the tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
You have to punch them in the face real hard.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Just cast heal, Zuriange. It's not that hard. At least he brings a fairy. Does he? I think he's a summoner, isn't he? I thought Alphino was summoner. Maybe not. Only Alize matters because she's a red mage. We're gonna keep standing in a circle? Oh, yeah, we are. Listen well, friends. The Loveroi are sweeping across Cartano. I know. As for the Asian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but has since vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movement of the lunar primals have been proven difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush our troops, they instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Sorry, I have to read really fast. Whatever the Loveroi's plan may be, the primals are our primary targets, because for some reason it's timed and I... Whew, understood. They will not elude the Scions for long. Unless we stand here any longer. Academician? Dear Lord!
Hold fast, friend.
Everybody gets dots. Oh, whoops. I should really rebind that. That's not actually comfortable. Is that like the bigger one? I think it is. Ah, shoot. Forgot about that one as well! You can have that one. You're not even dead? How are you not dead? You had nukes in WoW and that didn't do any good? Excuse me? He's a scholar with a fancy name and no scholar. I swear he had like one of those small... Oh, I forget what they're called. But the ones that you start with as like a summoner type? He had one of those. At some point. More dots! More dots! No, more dots. Still more dots. We will never stop. Oh, whoops, you were dead too hard. Oh, I killed too much. Whoops. I thought we had to do all of them. Where are we moving? Where are we going? We're going that way? No, we're not. We're going that way. I'm going that way. I'm still in combat anyway, so my bar is still charged. Is that a carbuncle? Yeah, oh, okay. Well, that one. He had one of those, right? They nuked their... Oh, yeah, okay. That's... Yeah, fair enough. Look at my carbuncle. He's nice. What? As the Scions spread out across the field, Alize and Graha take the fight to the Telophoroi. Did I do? Am I fighting as Alize? I think so. On Jaina? What do I get? Oh dear lord. Oh, they're all combos. They're all combos! Didn't you just read them? Hers are way better than mine! What the hell? She doesn't even need mana for it! I want Alize's red maging! What the heck?
Allow me.
I should AoE that. I should just AoE that. But it's so nice! And her AoE looks prettier as well, can I just say, because it does. Look at that. Far prettier. I don't know if this really counts as knocking them down. This is just murder. Which, you know, I'm not against. I'm just saying.
Just the beginning.
Right behind you.
Baby, don't hurt me. No more. Oh, whoops. I'm in a lot of pain. Should we not do that? Should we be in less pain? I should probably heal. Do I need to heal you too, Graha? Are you just full on in tank mode? No, you're not. Okay, never mind. So I know he's like a multi-class, basically, if you take him with you. Hold on! I'm gonna go all the way over here, just in case. I have a feeling that AoE might be a new red mage skill in Endwalker. It looks really good. I hope so. Seems we've earned a moment respite, have we? Are we curing them? Are we doing it? How do I do that? How do I send Angelo? Ah! I touched him. And then they showed that. I mean, yeah, actually. I mean, come on. Have you seen her? Wow. Still knocked down if they're dead. They just don't stand up anymore. Paladin always had a self-heal skill, so it's fine. But that big, though? Oh. He's like, no, don't touch that piggy. Are you upset? I hope so. Like, he probably has a plan of some— oh god, he does. I hate it. Is he gonna temper us? Is he gonna temper Graha and Alize? That'd be very upsetting. Do you see that? I don't know, do I? The glyph? Yes, how worried should we be? Apparently very. Does that spawn a new tower? He's spawning a new tower, isn't he? He is totally spawning a new tower. Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartano. But now that I am here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence like to the pillars of the Azim steps, but greater in scale, far greater. So they just find places where there's organic ether and then they make a tower? It isn't— oh, technically it's a nuka. The glyphs that Fandaniel has conjured reach into its very midst, and I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of ether would sow chaos amongst the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. Okay. Where's Xenos? That he would go so far cometh as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. And so we run. At a jog. At a jog. Afternoon, awesome. Hello there. Good afternoon. Don't say good morning, Jindy. That's not how that works. Odin! Okay, what do? So you have damage, you have cards. Small heal, big heal. Leave everything to fate as you draw cards. Deals unaspected damage. Really? Why? Damage dealt is increased. Well, weapon skill cost time and retail. Okay. For yourself and all near. Okay. Alright, okay, let's do that. Let's go. And I guess this one as well? Yeah, we'll just use that in cooldown, I think. Would you want that? I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not gonna be good for us. It was like that one thing that happened that started the new journey of Final Fantasy XIV. That one thing, you know, the thing? The stuff? Moon Odin.
I shall protect thee.
Yes. All I want to know is who the heck is praying to summon Odin? I am every single day. Every single day. I just do not stop. Have a scroll, buddies. You want to be a vampire? Do it. I'm not stopping you.
My turn!
May the 12 guide you.
I'm helping. Should I? Here, you can have a bigger heal. You're welcome. Does that hit them from here? Yes, it does. Should I heal that too? I should. If we're gonna brace ourselves, can y'all stand next to me? You don't want to stand next to me. I understand. I'm scary, but me a vampire. Oh, Endwalker stuff is not just lunar reused assets. I feel like maybe this is just the lead up, right? Like this is what starts it, but it's not really the same. Okay, hold on. Oh wait, is that really? No, it's not.
Away with you!
Y'shtola, are you attacking the right target, lady?
The best defense
There.
is a good defense.
The best defense is my fixed sign. There, I'm helping. Okay, he's also helping, but it's not the same. You should always be like, healers adjust, pretty much. No! My card! You don't understand. Ah, I see how you mean. There you go, that's better. It's nice that he has just basically unlimited mana, which, you know. Y'shtola really just doesn't care. Like, if you don't move, then she doesn't either. Better do all the damage now. Oh no. Wear an umbrella. Hey. Is it really unlimited if it goes away when they die? Okay, well don't die. It's that simple. Do we feel better now? Poof. Meanwhile, Grahatia and Alize prepare to lock swords with Luna Ravana, so we're just gonna fight like a bunch of primals. I really like his soundtrack. For no particular reason, I just do. What do we have? Oh, we actually, yeah, we're also just a black mage. Yeah, no, we're just straight up a black mage. Huh. With also cure. Prevents spellcasting, movement, and other activities in all nearby enemies. Dear lord, you are so versatile. Ridiculous. I could die, you're so versatile. I just want to make sure the combo stays, okay? I think foul's the last one. Oh. Fine, I'll cure. Who are we fighting?
I have you now.
Oh no! They actually do it in turn. I didn't realize. I guess I could just... Oh no. Well, that one's lost. Oh no, still got him. Ugh, never mind. I'm gonna heal a little bit there. Do you feel better now? No? Okay, well none of them live. It's fine. It's almost like they fought these things before. I can't put my finger on it. You know what? He does sound familiar. Sorry, I'm cracking down on that candy now. Oh, I should get my mana back. Of course. Some say caution. And do you? Welcome! Thank you so much! Welcome back! Thank you very much for the resub. No phase 2 music. We can't have it all, I guess. Okay, we feel better now. Grant us eyes, grant us eyes. How are you doing? You don't have to answer, you can just say, this woman doesn't deserve to know. And that's valid. Yo, I haven't used Thunder at all, I've just been ignoring it. I'm a monster. I'm sorry, Graham, I'm not a good black mage. I need to heal, yo. Oh, you're healing me too? Oh, that's so nice of you. There, the file needed to be there, okay? Very important. Oh. I'm assuming that's a bad thing. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Does Blizzard do enough? It does. Okay. I wish I had an AoE. I do not. It's fine, we're fine. I'm healing. I'm healing! You're welcome, Mo. You're welcome. I like how my bard skills are still like right there. Like just in case, you can be a bard if you want to. Graha is also a bard, so, like on top of that. Like speaking of him being a better warrior of light. I'm sorry, I beat him. So who are we fighting? At the self-same moment, you stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Estinian, resolved to lay Luna Ifrit. I get Luna Ifrit again? I really am the weakest link. I am a weakest link. Well, oh well. But yeah, I already know you. Well, hello. No, do the thing. Thank you. Much obliged. Oh jeez. Oh, that's a middle one? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Good to know. It's okay, I have healers, I can't mess up. Wow, flavor! Is Bard weak right now? Is that what we're saying?
You're finished.
I don't think we're just starting. Spam, 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 spamming eggs. Didn't even get to use it on him now. Rip. I'm assuming he maybe jumps up after this, so let's just bring her up a little bit. Okay, he does not. I just did that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw what I just did. Oh my god! Well, that's infuriating. That's infuriating. It's fine. I'm not mad. It's okay. I didn't really want that cooldown. It was yeah, whatever. It's fine. That you know of, Ressa. That you know of. Can't believe you just did that to me. Unbelievable. Whenever Mage's Ballad is on, I just tap whatever it is that I'm normally tapping and then also the Mage shot. Because, yeah, of course. I love having a hurt keyboard arm, I swear. Please, Estinian, how am I taking aggro off of you? Boy. Yeah, it'll even help healing. Okay, don't jump away, I swear. Thank you. I would have been very upset. I hope they know that. Oh, for goodness sake! You know what? I'll just shut up. I'll just not give him the chance to do that. No, that's fine. It's fine, really. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Oh yeah, no, just become active the moment, like the second that, Arwen, what are we gonna do about this? I swear to God. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. She's like, what are you wearing? She is really confused by my horns and my scales and shit. Sorry. I'm scary. Oh. That seems like a lot of them. That seems like a lot of them. Is Estinian gonna do something to do this? Because... yeah, Nidhogg roar, because that's a lot of nails, and I don't think we're gonna make that. Personally, I think... oh, okay. So what about these? Nidhogg! I was gonna say, Nidhogg, we're not done. It's not just Zivrid Extreme, it's Extreme Extreme. We need Nidhogg for that. Okay, it's fine. Oh, he can even have that one. Oh, now Estinian is tired. He is tired, I'm sorry. He nidhogged a little bit too hard. Oh, never mind. Nidhogg is no longer tired. Come on, I don't need to refresh that, do I? Oh wow. Just be a dead person now. Thank you. Ninjas in shambles after seeing Estinian summon like 10 shadow claws. And they're all dragons. Give us a Nidhogg, come on. He's like, I did that. Did I though? Did I know? Fine, I'll give them a little bit of the credit, but not too much.
Is he gonna cackle?
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
He loves me. Just shoot him. Exactly. He's right there. Oh, he'll
Not
teleport
that
when
this
he...
changes anything you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna shoot you at one point, just, you know, when the story allows it. Who there? I see someone walking. Is that important? No, I guess not. I guess they're not. Okay. Oh, sad face. Yokals! Yokals, no. Xenos will die by my hand soon. Again. And again. He just won't stop dying. Wrong line, wrong line. I know, I know. But then he still comes back, Russet. It's like he doesn't know what he wants.
How fare the tempered?
We
Well...
treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
You mean like this one? It's just really into Garlemald. Zero clue how we'd keep Xenos in the prison. We wouldn't! Xenos, he doesn't care. Oh. Are we tempered healing? Oh yeah, no, those are tempered. Never mind. It's like regular healing and tempered healing, and they look very similar now. It's like...
Do not hang your head so, brave scions.
Why not?
Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Was still saying. Good luck, Costa. You don't even hear me, it's fine.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time.
Hello, Arwen.
Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
Captain. Hello.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless.
Oh, sorry, Alpha. No, I gotta give you a... I gotta interrupt you for a minute. Yes. Nom 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 nom. It's like all I had to do was show up. Oh, buddy. Hey, let's adjust. I would have gone with her, but she can't hear me. And by her, I mean cool stuff. Well, to be fair, I feel like they should have just sent me as an emissary, Asad. Right? Especially if you have, like, actual reputation quests for it. Hey? Hi.
We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
I'm your dad now, so yes. One battle at a time, buddy.
That we will.
Okay. Both. Oh, that's such a nice screenshot, though. Oh no, what's gonna happen to the moon? Never mind. That's a bad screenshot. Wait, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Why are we all staring at the moon now? What's happening with the moon? Kingdom Hearts. Sorry. That's a really nice... Oh, I was gonna take a screenshot, but there's a cat in front, so I couldn't. It's a really nice, like, scene, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn you, moon! Are we angry at the moon? Nothing happened to the moon. I feel very bamboozled. Oh, that was credits? Alright. Again, I guess. Hey, was that the last patch before Endwalkers then? Was the moon gonna open Majora's Mask was gonna start smiling? Oh, okay. Oh, hey. Hi. There will be one more scene after credits. If I press escape, will it skip it? Or nah? Hey? Won't skip it? Okay. Hey? I need the mouse, buddy. I'm sorry. He's like, no. Not today. Hey! I can't read. She's always like that, Lander. She likes attention. Hmm? He doesn't like when the attention isn't on her. Hey? No, it's an old lady streaming. We're close enough there. There's cat hair all over my face. I should not be surprised. Yeah, they're still here. I know. Every so often she's confused again about the horns. Hey? Yeah, okay. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Ishgardian fleet. Lest you worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. Hmm? You've thought of everything, Lord Emmerich, and may I say how much I appreciate the hospitality you afforded us on the way home. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you once again, Emmerich. This just keeps happening, but... Her face like, yeah, okay, okay. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. You're getting spoiled, Arwen. You're getting spoiled. Me? Think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since last he took his leave. Destinian? It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. Oh dear lord. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East, and I've married Alphino now, so... What are you gonna do? Returning to more serious matters. While the Telefroi have been driven from Cartano, it is likely that the bulk of their forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eosia's first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. Hey. Blackmail by Tataru, I mean... Actually, blackmail by Cry? As such, while our forces keep the Telefroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor, while the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise in the field of etheorology, we are better qualified to find a solution. New patch tonight? Really? Tonight already? What are they adding? Do we know? That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide, where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. Morty. Close enough. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you are about to uncover. I mean, aren't we also the Alliance? And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of my assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. Bye, buddy. Bye. Now what? I confess, I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely. Vital as they plainly are to the Telophoroid's plans, if we can discern their ultimate function, we will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telophoroid will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities, the final days themselves. We should punch the Charlians again, just to see. Yes, all right, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manner of places, not least... Charlian... According to Kryl, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear. The Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fauchelevent's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beneath beareth a further investigation. I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Charlian hath ever been the wellspring of ethereal knowledge. That one. I care not where we go. Here or there, my lance will be ready, as long as my husband is there. And what of you, Shota? Mind you be persuaded to join us? If it means I can have a word, I can have words with Fauchenal. Yes! Words with Fauchenal. Only after I do. If he and his friends in the Forum think we'll leave them alone if they ignore us, they're in for a shock. We can see your mom. It appears we are in agreement. We have but to wait for Kryl to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there is a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Oh. That should have weapon upgrades to 530 for coins, and remove the weekly lockout on the last near raid. I haven't even done the last near raid yet. Data center travel, though that will be region locked, that's fine, that's fine. The notice didn't say, but it would make sense for such a big feature to roll out early before an expansion. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, I haven't done the near raid, the final ones yet, so... Yes. Meanwhile, in the Garlean capital, oh, as always, as ever. What are y'all plotting? Right? Oh. What? He became a Reaper? Xenos is the first Reaper? Really? You dick! That was gonna be my thing! Shah! Okay, he looks kind of dope though.
Orsians certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already.
You shut up and like just admire his attire?
My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure.
Should have gone as a Reaper in that case. Well, I'll be like Xeno soon. He looks really dope though. He's now the greater edgelord. There must always be dark red energy enemy, and it's this one. And he will never die. He will never die. Can he dress more like Thanatos?
Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
Huh? If Xenos is our class trainer, I would laugh though. That would be hilarious. I would love it. I would actually love that.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once.
Who's the dreamer?
Gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
Most of those people were in the Shadowbringer trainer. I haven't seen like the newest trailers yet. Like, Xenos wearing a sombrero and a fake mustache. Hola, amigo, with a new job.
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire. My desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
The other Ascians should have killed this man. They should have just killed this man. I'm sorry.
I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon.
He misses me. I do miss laughing. It should have been the first thing they did though, Badoo.
You shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor.
Okay, you don't need to do much for that. I already want to kill you. Don't you worry.
And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
My god, this man. I'm gonna make a TikTok about this man because he's too much. Just look at Fantania, I'm like, oh my god, I traded Emmett and Elidibus for this! I know! Yeah, at least nobody will make fan art of the guy. Right? What do your not elven eyes see, Yushtala?
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
There's a disturbance in the force. Quite literally. I guess.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically. Far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
Wait, is it No. Is it Midgard Zomar? Is Midgard Zomar the dreamer? Don't answer that. And everyone just stares at each other like, I've got nothing to say about that. I don't know. Let's.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
Silence.
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
thanks to a certain detail from that cutscene with Xenos?
The towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
You could hear a roar in the background? And that means it's not Midgard Zomar?
Hear me. Hear me.
Unless it's Heidelin herself and that's why she isn't talking anymore because they're taking like essence from Heidelin directly?
And with it, the end.
But she's not Minfilia now. This is like the actual continents.
Of the star is in your hands.
Huh. We don't want to talk about. Okay. People said the robe is the exact sound that Anima made. Really? Okay, well, yeah, I guess that would be something that you'd have to, like, go and compare. To be fair, I would love to see Anima. Anima was one of my favorite summons. Come, Anima! Yo, but, like, Anima would be such a perfect summon for Xenos. Because he is pretty much Seymour, isn't he? Come, Anima! Feel my pain! I'm like, I sleep. Interesting. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines, in gazes cast towards moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps to guide what end betides. It's definitely one of the top designs in Final Fantasy history, yeah, and it's like, the story behind it is also pretty dark. To be continued! Oh! Now the only things I have left are the Near raid and also like Reen and her girlfriend's raids. I've just done no raiding basically anymore. I'm gonna watch it. We are gonna watch the Endwalkers trailer actually, because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the Endwalkers trailer yet. So this is, I guess, now it's reaction time. It's reaction to trailer time. There's a full trailer now. The 6-minute one? That's a long trailer, dang, okay. Let me pause it real quick. Oh. Turn over the sound. Okay. Let's watch it together, guys. You've all already seen it, I'm sure, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Here. I'm already disturbed, don't worry. There's that moon again, hey? Is this the music that's supposed to happen over this trailer? Just asking. Okay. Just making sure I'm not doing any like copyrighted stuff. Well, we're walking on the moon, so it was important. Or when I'm watching a trailer. Nobody.
The final days were upon us. The fabric of the star had begun to fray, its land rent by tooth and claw.
I like her outfits. They always get a new outfit. Hers looks dope. It's me, the Warrior of Light! That's very loud, I'm sorry. Has he upgraded to a new class? Wait, is he gonna be... Is he the new healer? Yeah, he's a sage, isn't he? I was like, are you machinist now or something? But no, he's like, I'm gonna do DPS and still heal. Nice.
The star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that.
They're best friends now. Dang, okay. Is this an...
It's all or nothing.
Is that a new dragon? I feel like that's a new dragon, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I feel like that's not what she looked like. It is a new... It's Vitra! I called it! I called there was gonna be that they were gonna add Vitra, and then the other one is... The other one's definitely gonna get added as well. I called this in my video a while back. Xeno should punch him in the face. He looks so mature here, what the hell?
'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
Where are we here? Is that Charlia? Where they were? That's a hunt. Oh, okay. Is this Charlia? Because this looks really neat. Okay, it is. Okay. They have very nice looking 8th yards. Ooh.
I knew it. This star
secrets to tell.
It's the Necronomicon.
Take care, my friend.
Hey, no, tell me. Oh, it's a Rugadane? Oh, that's Dad. Screw Dad. I've seen gifs of her walking away.
Keep its counsel while the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on.
No, you won't.
We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
You tell him, Stola! This is why we bring Stola. We bring Stola and Fredola. No one else. The dads are on the roll together. She walks off into it. Who's on the moon? Okay, except for Moon Beast. Okay, I'm sorry. Someone has to be on the moon. If we're not going to the moon, I'm gonna be very disappointed. That looks dope though. I really like how Charlia looks. Charlia looks really good. I like that. And okay, it's a fall already, so it's not even that far away. It's not even that long before you can play it. But we are the moon is just a giant dragon egg. I would love that. I would love if it's another fake moon and it's just a giant dragon egg. It's the last dragon. That'd be so funny. As soon as I finished the dungeon, my laptop crashed. Oh, cool stuff, buddy. Yeah, Charlian looks beautiful. I don't know, I kind of want to know more about the Ratsat Han as well, because I feel like the only bit I know Ratsat Han from is the Ratsat Han quenching oil. Because I keep having to buy it. Too bad the people who live there are awful. It's okay, we'll throw them out and we'll take it. We'll take it for ourselves. It's fine. We're fixing it. Moon is gonna crash the Orgia and reveal Lunar Bahamut. Another one! Another one! The moon is the egg of an ancient eldritch entity. To be fair, Litsa, there were kind of like the creatures that were floating around were kind of tentacly anyway, right? So maybe there's a theory that Zodiac is imprisoned in a moon. Well, there you go. Okay, well that's not a dragon egg, but it's still an egg. I mean, if it's not anima, if like the roar was like a something to throw us off, then I think they're getting the ether either from Midgard Summer because he's like very much a dreamer, or from Heidelin because Heidelin hasn't really been talking to us. And I think maybe that is a problem. Like they must be messing with her somehow. Something is definitely happening to Heidelin. Because this is the first time she's been talking to us since forever. The moon crashes and the game goes back to 1.0. Oh no. Imagine. Cthulhu Mythos is largely in the public domain. Yeah, no, exactly. That's why everyone uses it all the time. Hope that it's getting some Lovecraftian themes added to it. I mean, they're... And correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I obviously didn't watch much of it because I didn't want to get spoiled. But I thought somebody said that they were ending the Zodiac and Heidelin, like, and the Asian story in Endwalker. Like, it was gonna be like to wrap it up. Is that a memory that I've created out of fantasy, or is that actually something that happened? Because I swear I heard something like that. I'd play Final Fantasy XIV if it weren't an MMO, but but it's supposed to end with 6.0. Yeah, okay. It's probably good though, because we've been finding them for a while now. And new ones keep popping up. That woman that talked to you, people think it's Venat, who is Heidelin's heart. Like Elidibus, who's Zodiac's heart. I didn't even know about that. Do we ever hear about Venat before this? Like, does she come up anywhere in like story or like little notes? She's also on the poster for Endwalker at the top. Yeah, I figured that she's definitely going to be important, especially if she's introduced in the final patch. I don't think I'd seen her before. 6.1 and beyond is supposed to be new stuff. We're going to the moon! I hope it's gonna be dragons! I need it to be dragons. It hasn't been dragons for a while now. And if they're adding Vitra, then maybe the other one as well. Because there's another one that I mentioned that could still be... I could even check my... Hold on, let me check my script, because I still have the script for the Midgardsormr video that I made, I'm pretty sure. I keep all my scripts, mostly. Where are you? Did I move you? Yeah, here you are. What the heck? Let me see, what was the other one? Was it Asdaya? Yeah, Asdaya. Those were the ones that hadn't been added yet. It'll be strange when we can't blame new threats on primals. Well, they're gonna just be like, oh, dragons did it. You heard about her on the 1st. I did? When? She's brought up as the leader of the people who summoned Hydaelyn. Oh! Okay! No, okay. I see. Can we replace the aliens meme with Jinsey saying, dragons? I have one of that, but it says elves. So, you know. Let's see. Yeah, Vidofnir is obviously already there. Like, Vidofnir is much bigger mythology otherwise, but yeah. Yeah, Asdaya and Vitra were the ones that I really just missed in 14. But if they have Vitra, then they'll have Asdaya, right? I feel. Let's have fun. Listen, I have a YouTube, Carrie, and I write scripts for my YouTube, and one of the scripts was about Final Fantasy XIV. Several, actually. Several scripts about Final Fantasy XIV. I think the lore and the stories in Final Fantasy XIV are just very interesting, so... Especially because they pull a lot from mythology in general, and I like mythology, so... Yes, anyway, sorry. Okay, I'm losing track of myself. I'm going to call it a day here. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow for more Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and then on Wednesday we're finishing Elder Lilies. I don't know what we're playing on Thursday and Friday yet, but yeah, we'll see. And then on Monday, we're going to continue Final Fantasy XIV, and we're going to do the Nier raid if Mo is there, and otherwise we'll start with the other raid, the primal raids. So have a very lovely rest of your day, everybody. Morning, evening, afternoon. Whatever it is you're having, I hope it is amazing. Thank you very much for watching today, and until next time, bye.